Hey, what's up everybody? So I am currently in Langebaan, so on the west coast. I'm driving the very big or family van called the Opel Zafira. Now many people remember the Opel Zafira, which was also the same obviously family van, but this time around I must say this vehicle is a little bit more premium. It's kind of very there's a lot of new trims or edges to this vehicle, and I must say it's priced quite well. It's around 749,000 rand. But before I move on, my name is Fakier and welcome to my channel. Now, as you can see, this beautiful scenery in the background. We are driving on the west coast, so we spent a weekend here. It's at Shark Bay Villa, Shark Bay Estate. Super nice accommodation, and there's a hotel as well as villas, self-catering ones. But yeah, so regardless of that, I thought this car was an ideal vehicle, being a family vehicle. You know, it's an 8-seater vehicle. You do get the elegance. This is the Life model or edition, which is the more family oriented one. With the elegance is more business oriented, and that is your 7-seater vehicle. So apparently there's up to 9 seats, but I can't get the seating arrangements for that, so I'm not sure why that. I saw that on the website for the spec. But yeah, this car is a 2-liter turbo diesel automatic turbo diesel engine. It's automatic, a 4-cylinder engine with yeah, so it's with an 8-speed gearbox. And I must say that yeah, this car drives absolutely amazing. You can feel that turbo wanting to kick in all the time. Also under the hood you've got a 110 kilowatts of power pushing out, and then around 320 newton meters of torque. So this car is definitely, I don't want to call it a powerhouse, but it's got like a Vuma, you know, it's got a good kick in it. Yeah, so definitely drives very, very nice. It's also an Opel, so you are familiar with Opel's brand in terms of driving and handling. It drives very well. It's very solid on the road. It's smooth. Must say suspension a little bit, and sometimes on the long road I felt a bit more than I expected to. So that was to my surprise. So also on the exterior for this one, you don't get the LED lights. It's only on the Elegance model, and yeah, that's a bit of a downer for me. I like LED lights, especially if you're paying 749,000 rand. You'd expect that, but also this is a massive car, so maybe not. And then you've got your reverse camera. You've got a massive boot area. The boot capacity is 1,060 liters. I'm super impressed by the boot capacity, and the reason is because this car, being an 8-seater vehicle, you wouldn't expect it to have such a massive boot capacity. And loading, my friends and I, we are 3 couples, so 6 people's luggage was an absolute breeze. Even though I would say normal packers, no one really was heavy, but yeah. And then also on the exterior you've also got your 17-inch wheels, and those rims are on wheels. Alloy wheels are available on both the Elegance and the Life edition, so that's quite cool. I would have liked a little bit bigger. I'm not sure the logic behind wheel size in terms of vehicles, but I mean 18-inch wheels would have been really good, especially like going up hills, which yeah, you don't want to like knock the back of the car or something like that, you know. So that's definitely an advantage and point on that side. More or less on the outside you've got no electric doors, which I find a bummer. I drove the Mercedes-Benz 300D and there was electric doors on that side, on that vehicle, and it's an absolute pleasure. It's a breeze, and that's of course available on the Elegance model, but not here on the Life. So you do have doors available on both sides. No windows however on the exterior, which is apart from the front rear seat, so that's not really good. So I'm really trying to cover the exterior all around, as well as yeah, and I covered under the hood. But when I went looking in the interior, there are airbags in the front, and just yeah, on the front and for the back seats, but not on the second row. But I believe that you have to ask for side, or it's an additional you have to make for side what do you call it, side airbags. But of course that's not like what people always do. People don't always ask for the additional airbags, but I guess depending on what you use, this is a passenger vehicle, so depending on your use case, I mean, you would of course request that. So heading on to the cool features about this car, you've got your panoramic view camera and your sensors. Your park distance control is super awesome. There's sensors in the front and sensors on the rear. Look at this beautiful view, it's amazing. And that's what I absolutely love about the car in terms of I really like a good PDC system, so that's really cool. Infotainment system, you've got a 7-inch touch screen with with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got a USB input as well as a 12-volt power socket. You've got a dual aircon, and then also you can control the cabins as well because there's no windows there at the back, so that's really cool. You've got the storage console or compartment, cubby, whatever you call it, on the front, which is also pretty nice. And then yeah, so that's really about the cabin in front. You don't have a sunglass box or anything like that, and then you do have you don't have any on the steering wheel. You've got your cruise control, which is cool and stuff, but you don't have your push to start. So with this model specifically, you get a key, and I think 749 they could have just given it on the Life edition. I mean, there was no need, but I mean, this car is definitely, I think it would be ideal if you have like a tourism business or something like that, if you're regularly driving people. Also on the interior, you can see that you've got charcoal fabric cloth seats, and then you've also got your ISOFIX. Now ISOFIX is on all 6 seats at the back, which is pretty awesome, which means I can drive here and my wife, or whoever it is, my mom, or whoever it is with grandkids, and you can have all 6 kids buckled up in ISOFIX, if there are that many grandkids or kids, up to you. Tomato, yeah, everyone to their own, each to their own. So yeah, you can do that, and that's pretty awesome. Looking at the driver's digital display, you've got a small digital screen in the center, and then you've got your 2 speedometer and your rev counter, and then on the top you've got your heat gauge and your petrol or your diesel indicator. And then yeah, so that's pretty simple, and then you can obviously set and do settings on there. Looking at fuel efficiency is sitting at around, so you can get around 6.9 liters according to them per 100 kilometers. I specifically got around 7.3, 7.2, although at the moment it shows 9.8, but that's only because I'm stopping and starting, and I'm also accelerating quite a bit on the hills or the inclines here on this I don't want to call it mountainous area, but yeah, it's on this hilly area. Something I do like about the car also especially is that they've got blind spot monitors, so that's cool. There's also 6 loudspeakers all around the car, so you've got that kind of, if what do you call it, home theater system or in your car. If there are word tablets in here, it would be awesome for like watching movies or something for the passengers. You've got 2 table sections also on the back, only for it's behind the front seat, so it's only for the front row passengers, or yeah, the second row passengers. And then you've also got electric mirrors, rear view mirrors, which is awesome on the side because that locks, and that just adds a premium feel to it. And I also like the piano black, or yeah, the jet black or piano black, the glossy black finish on those mirrors as well. Now overall, I really think this cabin is awesome. I definitely like this vehicle because it's around 749,000 and brand new. It's an up-to-date model. It's a turbo 2-liter diesel engine, definitely fuel efficient, which obviously is a major win at this price point. Yeah, so I think this is just what you see is what you get. It's a nice, good family vehicle. It's a good purchase, you know. The 7 seats are amazing, and the boot capacity is my favorite feature. I absolutely love it. Yeah, and as you can see, like, it's definitely it's ample space. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the Opel Zafira. You can find out more about the elegance edition with the fancy tables and things like that. If this is your first time watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.